All right. Hello, hello, hello. It's Holly Rustick here with Grant Writing and Funding. I'm super excited to be talking to Theresa Fowler, who's in the Freelance Grant Writer Academy and has so much experience in writing grants. Really, really excited to have you here. And you're also the founder of Grants Team Coaching and Consulting, heavily involved with GPA, which is a Grant Professional Association. You have your GPCI, the Grant Professional Certification Institute certification. You have all of the things, and oh my gosh, we're going to have so much fun. Based in Texas, but came from California. So we have a lot to talk about today. How are you doing, Theresa?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Yes, of course. So I love this to get to know you all more and like what your experiences in the academy as people are. We have the doors open right now. People are considering joining. So I love just pulling some of you up and saying, hey, tell us about your experience so people can really hear what it's like for the people inside. So let's talk about you for a while. So you actually have a large grant portfolio. I was seeing on your bio, like over 100 and I think 67 million in grants that you've secured over the years. You've been working with nonprofits for decades. Like, tell me about you and like what made you go into consulting?
So I've been actually in the grant field for pretty much most of my career, so 24 plus years now. Almost everything has been somehow related in grants. I've worked as a paid, full-time staff employee, a grant management employee, a consultant, volunteer, also done training and grant reviewer for the Fed side. So I have this wide range of grant experience. And I knew like everything that I was doing obviously always mattered. And I loved working as a full-time employee. But a couple years ago, my family, we decided to move from California to Texas to be closer to my in-laws who are in their late 80s to help take care of them. So as a result of that, I had to resign from my full-time position that I had in Southern California, which was managing grants for a county office across 18 different units. So that like gave me a lot of experience of now that I can transfer that into the different clients that I'm working with. But yeah, one of the other reasons too for consulting is just flexibility. Like I said, helping take care of my in-laws. I'm the one that gets taking the doctors and shopping and hair appointments
A
and all
lot.
that fun stuff. It is a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah. Yeah. And then just being around, my kids for the last few years of high school. And then now our two youngest are in college. And then, the other thing too, we're in a rural area. So myself and my entire family, we're all volunteer firefighters. So that's another thing of flexibility because when the call comes in, we try
That's
to respond as much as we
amazing.
can. Yeah.
Yeah. That's really,
So
really cool. Your whole family is like all doing that?
we are now. My husband started. He actually retired from law enforcement. So my husband started and kind of went to the dark side of fire, jokingly. And he recruited me. And then when our two kids turned 18, actually they were in a junior program before, but once they turned 18, now they can go on calls. So yeah, so depending, you either get one or four of the family, depending on who's home and around responding to calls. So
That's so, so cool. I
yeah,
love that so much.
yeah,
So,
it's
yeah.
good
And then
family
you came,
bonding.
right, right. So you came over from California and even going like you're in a rural area you mentioned in Texas. So is also consulting a way to maybe have the pay that is this similar to what you were getting before in California? Because well, let's say, they might not pay as much in those certain areas or might not be able to there's not those type of opportunities, right, that may exist too in rural areas. Was that part of your decision too?
Yes. Yeah, it was I still work with a lot of clients in California just because I was there, forever and I worked with
So you could
them
also
and
keep them. Yeah.
yeah, I
Like,
could keep them. And a lot of them, it's just been, word of mouth or they heard, oh, you're consulting now. Here we want to work with you. So that's been nice to be able to have, clients in California because I am still like very familiar with that area, worked there forever, grew up there and everything else. But yeah, being a rural area, there is definitely a lot fewer resources, for the different community and the particular county we're in. It is relatively small, so to say, and not very high income. So I am trying to do what I can to help,
yeah.
our county. Definitely with like I said, our volunteer fire department. I've written a lot of grants for our department to try to get equipment and training. So yeah, that's been helpful too.
Yeah.
And that's something that I really want to try to focus more on is helping some of those smaller departments because I know they don't have the resources. So I want to take my knowledge and experience and help them to be able to get more funding, more equipment because yeah, it's kind of crazy to show up on a call and hopefully you have the right equipment and hopefully it works.
Right, right. No, I love that so much. And also, like you had mentioned, you've worked with a lot of government organizations. Would you say those are your main clients right now as well? Do you work with a lot of government or municipality, or do you work with nonprofits in general as well? Like, who do you kind of work with?
Right now, I have 3 nonprofit clients and 1 school district.
Okay.
And then no municipality right now, but I mean, I have in the past worked with them. I've done some, city government, law enforcement. So, but right now, yeah, it's nonprofits mostly focus on youth development with college and career readiness, workforce development, and
Nice.
then a school district.
Love that. I love that. So you had all this experience and you're like, we're moving. I want to consult. I want to like kick that part of the, up. Then you went. And then when did you find the academy and what was your thought of joining that? Because we have 2 tracks in there: learn how to write grants, learn how to start a business and run a business. So kind of like, what was your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts, I mean, like you said, you have the 2 tracks. So, I mean, I decided to join because once we moved and I went, full-time consulting. And I mean, let me back up a little bit. So I did consult for about 10 years when my kids were younger, but it was real like part-time, like 1 client kind of here, just kind of some extra money. And then I went back to work full-time. I saw a grant job. And I'm like, this sounds interesting. I'll apply for it. I applied for it and I got it. I was like, oh, I guess I'm going back to work full-time. Like, hadn't really thought the whole thing out.
You're
But
like,
then I did that.
do I want that? I guess
Right.
for the benefits. Okay.
I mean, it was good. It was with an organization that, I worked for 7 years. And I mean, I had worked with them through another organization, like writing grants and stuff. So I was somewhat familiar, at the county office. So, I worked for them for 7 years, but then when we decided to move, I had to resign because I couldn't work remotely. So that's where I was like, okay, then I'm kind of going back, I guess, to consulting. But I'm like, okay, now I really want to really launch my business more than just, a client here or there. And like I said, people were hearing that I, was going out and consulting. And so people were like contacting me, more than, before when I was just kind of doing it, one organization. I heard about the academy. And then obviously I heard about like the grant write, how to learn grant writing and everything else. And I was like, kind of like you said, like I have a lot of experience. I was like, well, I have my GPC. Like, okay, you know, sure I can join, I'll get something out of it. But I was really more interested in the business side of it because that's something that I never really had to do before. I mean, like I said, when I consulted, it was probably about 15 years ago, it was like 1 client, like a year contract and, a couple $1,000s, per month and that's it type thing.
Yeah.
But so that's what I was really interested in joining the academy to really learn the business side and how to set up the business, how to do sales calls, really set up, I had a contract, but I mean, using your template and like formalizing that and like sticking to the scope of work, kind of like all I feel like I took all the things that I knew and I learned before as, I'll call it like a part-time consultant because that's what I feel like I was before. And then a full-time employee and like the good and bad of that. And then now I'm taking that and building that into my business, into, what I want. And then also allowing me for more flexibility because like I said, my commitments with my family and stuff I need to do too.